Welcome to Colme Group's demo video for professional services and consulting firms. If you have not already, please complete the ClickUp University courses for admins. These helpful courses will lay the foundation for what we will cover today. They're always updated and they're free. Before you begin your ClickUp journey, it is extremely important to have your systems and processes documented at their most granular level. Here are some questions to discuss with your team when working through your processes. What happens when we land a new client or an additional project for an existing client? How do we handle scope changes on a project? How do we determine or prioritize project requests? How do we communicate and manage risks and issues on a project? How can additional software such as billing or email be integrated? Do we have a standard operating procedure in place to help support a handoff when an employee leaves the company or goes on vacation? Can we run reports like overdue tasks, staff workload, etc.? Can we view project statuses across departments? Having these answers prior to your initial meeting with your ClickUp consultant will help you work more effectively, saving you time and money. For the most successful collaboration with professional services and consulting firms, our consultants have seen at least the following processes documented. A lineup of all the typical project workflows, including who is responsible for the deliverables, what statuses they go through, and how they are prioritized. What are the steps to follow when a new client or project is landed, vital operations SOPs, and onboarding processes for new team members. Some challenges that professional service consultants may face are unclear and decentralized communication with clients, inefficient workflows, lack of templates for tasks, SOPs, workflows, etc., lack of central organization of documents and project artifacts, unclear or complicated views of projects or a lack of transparency, tracking project time and profitability. How ClickUp can help professional service firms address these challenges. ClickUp can help to address many of these challenges, starting with organizing communication with clients. Emails, comments, files, and docs can all be attached directly to tasks. Keeping track of all comments, changes, and additional information maintains transparency with clients. Templates create a unified and consistent way to manage projects and streamline workflows. Try looking at the ClickUp community templates to start a process or templatize your previous successes. Some processes can be automated for even more efficiency. Docs can be created from templates or saved as a template for future use. ClickUp Docs can be used to store wikis, best practices, SOPs, user stories, and more in a central location so that they are accessible. Docs can be branded to share with customers. They can be made private entirely, or select pages can be made private. ClickUp provides high-level views, increasing transparency on projects. Views can also be created to show workloads and capacity so that resources can be managed appropriately. Use ClickUp to communicate effectively with team members and clients about projects, to track retainers and ongoing services. Organize necessary docs and artifacts for business development and your sales pipeline. View and create forms and other high-level views in a variety of formats. ClickUp's structure and hierarchy can adapt and grow with your firm's needs. For the emerging professional services firm, one space may be enough. In a space for everything, create lists for sales and projects. Once the contract has been signed, the task moves to the projects list and goes through various statuses until it's complete. Hierarchy for the growing professional services firm may include a space for everything, but folders to separate the lists of tasks in the sales pipeline, both pre and post-sale, and folders to separate large projects be constructed into lists of tasks, or folders for clients that have many different types of projects. The hierarchy structure for a larger professional services firm could include spaces for internal departments like HR, IT, sales, and projects. With folders for the different types of projects that contain the lists of the different steps or phases of those projects and the tasks on those lists for each of the deliverables. For consistency across tasks, consider creating templates, including fields such as a task title using an appropriate naming convention, an assignee, a description, time estimates, start and due dates, custom fields, and tags if they're being used. Some custom fields, often seen with consulting, are assignee, start date, due date, stage of the project, segment, annual contract value, service offering, project health, and for transparency, sales reps, CSMs, and comments can all be added. Templates can help a firm repeat successful processes while maintaining consistency throughout the organization. It can be useful to templatize spaces for operations like HR, IT, graphic design, or content creation, the sales pipeline, even onboarding new clients. Folder templates can help create a team member directory for CRM or project workflows. Template lists for project types or categories and sales opportunity in the pipeline. Make task templates to keep project structures consistent for every team. These templates can be useful for sales, lead or account, and projects, deliverables, and action items. Automations can take over repetitive tasks, saving time. Some common automations when a task is created are to apply templates, assign a specific team, member, or watcher, or add that task to another list. When all subtasks are resolved, automations can move the task into the next status. Automations can also be triggered by a status change to assign a different team member or add subtasks. Automations can also be useful when a due date arrives to change priority, to change an assignee, or a watcher. Dashboards are private by default, but can be shared with other members, teams, and guests. While all plans can make dashboards, some cards are not available on all plans. Dashboards can also be templatized and pinned to favorites. A dashboard for a sales pipeline might include calculation cards to analyze sales by team member or opportunities past due. Pie chart cards could track the top products in revenue, and goals widgets can help track progress toward a goal. Remote teams could use chat cards for high-level discussion, track task progress by assignee with a worked on card, or track task statuses with a workload by status card. Project management dashboards might use time tracking cards to analyze billable hours, task list card to track projects in different statuses, or task by assignee. Now that you've seen some of what ClickUp can do, consider what you want it to do for your firm. To help ensure your firm has the most productive onboarding experience and can hit the ground running, consider having your ClickUp sponsor team document the following. What are your 5 must-haves? What forms do you currently use? How do you currently view tasks, and how would you like to view tasks? How is collaborative communication achieved? What is the current process for workflow approval? Thank you. Hope to see you in ClickUp soon.